Ladies and gentlemen, it is 6 o'clock. Madam Clerk, may we please call this meeting to order?
Bublitz here. Caldwell? Here. Cook? Here. Rowley?
Present.
Taylor?
Here.
Thomas?
Here.
Wardzinski. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I told you I'm having a bad day.
If we could all have a better day and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Boy, that sounds a lot better with all those voices. At this point, I am going to ask for an agenda review, please.
Two things I need to change. We are going to take new business item 11L, which is the introduction of a tax exemption ordinance for Great Lakes Recovery Apartments, and move that up to 5A. And then under G, we have a public hearing regarding a drinking water state revolving fund. G1 will be the resolution for that. And those are the only two items to change.
Does anyone have any other changes? Very good. Hearing none, at this point, I'm going to open up the floor for public input on agenda items. Now, if you have taken time out of your day to come here and talk regarding the recovery housing project, if you spoke at the town hall or you sent us an email, we heard you. It is recorded. Clerk Bublitz has a copy of every single email that was sent. There is no need for you to come up and talk again on that. But we do have public input on this. All we ask is that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. You please sign in your name and your address at the lectern. Before that, I must let you know that Bangor Township does not record its meetings, but I must alert you to the fact that this meeting may or may not be recorded. Your comment may or not be streamed or shared publicly. Your comment may or may not be altered. If you request a copy of the recording through the Freedom of Information Act, your request will be denied, as the township does not record the meetings or have access to the recordings. I hope this does not deter you from your willingness to comment, but I must alert you to potential recordings. At this time, I will open up the floor for public input.
Go ahead.
You're more important.
No, go ahead.
We are not going to start an arm wrestle.
Go ahead,
Gentlemen,
Why not? I'm up for that. Let's go tug of war.
Your Honor, welcome, sir.
Thank you. But I'm a has-been. I'm none of your honor.
I believe you always have that, Your Honor.
All right. The time is 6:04, right? To the honorable members of the Board of Trustees of the Charter Township of Bangor, good evening. I speak on behalf of the pilot project that is before you tonight. I sent you all a lengthy letter in which I attempted to address the points that were raised as objections in the town hall meeting of 10 days or so ago. I'm not going to reiterate those. I can't possibly do that in 3 minutes. But I do want to address some points. Stigma. All the objections to this recovery house, I believe, are based on misinformation caused by stigma, which is defined as a profound lack of respect or negative belief by society against a person or group. We heard concerns about people at Bay Valley Dance Studios and Country Meadows and Paul's Circle. These are based, in my opinion, on stigma. The idea that our residents are criminals or people who seek to harm their neighbors. This is not a rehab facility. I don't know how many times I've heard it described as a rehab facility. People in recovery are way past the point of rehab. They continue to participate in treatment. They attend support groups. They are in school. They are employed. They are reuniting with their parents and their families. When rehabilitation fails, it is because people don't go beyond rehabilitation. They go back to where they came from. They they associate with the people with whom they use drugs. That's not true recovery. They don't get any treatment. They are getting The people in the recovery house are in recovery. They are getting away from people, places, and things associated with using drugs. They are in support groups, and they are learning how to change their thinking and how to change their lives. They are not violent criminals. They are not sexual deviants. People with violent backgrounds, people who have a history of sexual deviancy, they're not allowed into the recovery house. Then who are these people? Every person in recovery is someone's son or someone's daughter or someone's friend or someone's parent or spouse. Recovery is not about these people, it is about our people. It was telling to me that the deputy chief, police chief of Blackman Township came all the way up here at no benefit to himself, simply to tell us. He was against this project when it was introduced to his community.
Your Honor, I apologize. You timed this up.
I used 3 minutes.
Is there a
Sorry.
motion?
I watched your cameras.
Thank you.
Oh, that's your pen. It fell off the book. No, it's not mine.
My name is Marty Murphy. I live at 45 River Trail 5, and I'm not opposed to this because of stigma. I have family members that I help recover from heroin and other drugs. I work with them, I live with them, and I party with them. So I'm not afraid of them, and I'm not, it's not a stigma I'm opposed to it. So we're talking about a 15-year tax program. So we'll go back 15 years ago. I paid $2,903 in property taxes. Now, today, this year, I pay $4,543 or $43. That's a 56% increase. And in 15 years, I'm going to pay $7,088 in taxes. So let's assume I pay my taxes today, and we go forward 15 years, and my taxes don't increase. I'll be spending $68,158 in taxes through that 15-year period. That's a lot of money. And then also, in 2040, when the taxes expire, I'll be paying $7,088 a year. I'm not opposed to this because it's not a good thing. I'm opposed because we shouldn't be spending tax dollars on it. I'd like to point out that this is a for-profit thing, and that I have not heard one person say, I put in $1. So the people that are going to profit from this have zero risk and 100% reward. And also, if we go back into the meeting, last meeting, the one judge said that she had 6 people to go on the program. So we got 6 from Bay County, we have 6 from Midland, and 6 from Saginaw. That's 18. Where the rest of them going to come from? And I was also not told if we're going to expand it. Are they going to buy the other 5 acres, or how many they can put on the 5 acres that they have? So we don't know if it's going to be a 50 unit, 100 unit, or 200 unit. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. And there was lots of questions that weren't answered. I talked to Julie, called her on the phone, and she answered all my questions. So she said, "They more, call me back." So I called her back. And she says she's only taking phone calls or text messages between 5 and 7. So I get the hint. So long and behold, about 3 days later, I get a butt dial. And it's Julie. Lori, I'm sorry, Lori. I said, "Lori, I'm sorry. I only take phone calls and text messages between 5 and 7. Have a good day." So, and then when the person asked for information from the police department down at the other department, they had to pay for it. They had to do it for you. And when you don't freely give information.
Mr. Murphy, I'm sorry, your time is
Oh,
up.
thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Richard Hebner, 4348 Regan Road. And my concern is regarding the taxes. You're currently getting, and I don't remember the numbers, I went back and looked at the presentation, but I didn't bring that list with me. What the current tax roll figure is for that property right now, and what the estimated taxes were. It was almost like a 10% difference. Increase, I mean, going from like 4,000 to 40 a year or whatever the case was. I'm opposed to a tax abatement because I don't see how, in the long run, that's going to benefit the rest of us in here. I do realize there's potential for income for people working, but again, back to our personal property taxes, they keep going up, and our benefits keep going down. I realize costs go up, I realize you have to find businesses to come in, but to put that tax abatement out there for that many years, that is a lot of with the gentleman. From what I have seen, looking through the literature on it, with it being for profit, the risk value up front for that facility is here with this township and not with that entity that wants to put it in there. Thank you.
Mr. Hebner, thank you, sir. Anyone else?
I'm sorry. Okay, my name is David Obie. I live on Reagan Road, 4294 Reagan Road. I just wanted to say I very much voice my support for the two gentlemen who spoke earlier concerning their concerns regarding taxes. And I also want to talk about some of the things that I see or think about this. Mainly is that we're being referred to Andy's Place again and again. And I look at Andy's Place and I look it up online, and I don't know if anybody's looked at the reviews for Andy's Place or not. I will go, but it's beyond alarming to look at the reviews. There's one or two good reviews on there, but I just want to read really quickly one or two of the reviews. This says, "This is not a good place for recovery. I tried getting into this place when I started my recovery years ago and was denied because I didn't have any drug charges. As related, as silly as this sounds, no one is willing to recover before they get charges is accepted, and you have to pay out of pocket." Now, I'm reading this right out of here, out of Google, so forgive the grammar, but it continues. "As a sponsor now, I never hear anything good about this place, and I'm glad I found a place that takes people that are willing to recover without charges." The next review: "I loved living here at first. I just had a baby, and she lived here too. My friends and I made are amazing, lots of good recovery help, but due to the drama going on and the drugs being brought in, I'm leaving Andy's house. One person can ruin the whole lot for everyone, so be careful." The next review: "If you're looking for a living place with no maintenance and allows basically anyone to live on their property with obviously no background checks, then this is the place for you. Oh yeah, and they don't talk to their tenants, so if you have a problem with the property, they'll ignore that as well. Want to live in a crack house? Have a go at this place." It goes on like that, and I don't need to keep reading these to you, but I highly suggest, I know that the vote's coming up, but I'd really like us to take a look and look what's happened to the communities that these live in. Why in the world would we bring people from around the state to live here in this kind of circumstance? Because these aren't people who are trying to convince any of us one way or another. These are people putting reviews on Google of Andy's Place and what this has happened to their community when they lived there. So please look at that. Please consider what the people who voted for you want. And is this really it? I'll let you decide. Thank you.
Mr. Obie, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
Hello, I'm Debbie Stevens, 3636 South Huron. I'm here to support the idea of a recovery apartment complex here. Hello, everybody. I'd like to first say that I am part of the Al-Anon recovery, the Al-Anon program. I have been for 4 years. I also have a lot of experience with other of the recovery programs, and and have been very much involved in it in the last 4 years. I have a personal reason for that. So I would like to start with Bay County as far as the state leading rates for Bay County holds the highest rate of adult excessive drinking in Michigan at 24% compared to 20% state average. These I got off of Google too. The treatment bottleneck, individuals successfully completing local rehabilitation programs face a severe shortage of affordable drug-free housing. The cycle of relapse, forcing individuals into early recovery back into unstable environments or neighborhoods with active drug alcohol use drastically increases relapse. And that is so true for me, as I've seen it. Background barriers, past credit issues, or nonviolent criminal records, frequently lock recovering adults out of standard private rental markets. So why do I support dedicated Section 8 recovery units? We propose financial stability for one. It creates the financial stability, utilizes federal Section 8 vouchers to ensure housing is affordable on an entry level or transitional wages. It gives built-in accountability, operates under strict substance-free lease agreements and zero tolerance policies, uses a peer support network, fosters a structured community environment where residents mutually support long-term sobriety, employment growth goals, and also I had Walter read on Brian's Place, or is it Brian's Place? Brian's Place. Andy's Place, great place. They have all the support too. They've got programs that go along with you living there to support you and to help you with jobs and different personal things that you're going through. Why would this benefit Bangor Township? It reduces public costs. Stable housing directly correlates with fewer 9/11 dispatches, fewer emergency room visits, and decreased strain on local law enforcement. It boosts the local economy, provides residents the stability to secure long-term employment and to contribute to the township's workforce and tax base. There's a lot of great benefits from this. A lot of the recovery programs want to give the person who's going through the recovery, they want to give them hope. And what a great thing for them to work towards. A house to live in.
I apologize.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
Hi there. My name is Sandra Bishop. I live at 4193 Sherry Court. I just want people to know that back 6 years ago, our house on Sherry Court got broken into. The person that lives next door to me, their house was, the little girl was home by herself, wanted this gentleman that came from Alderwood, jumped everybody's fence, a 6-foot fence, broke into my house, took a bench that I had outside and slammed it into the door, broke down the door. At that time, my husband Richard and I got up and went to the garage. He was in my car feeling on the sun visor for the keys to steal my car. We hit the door button, so if he wanted to run, he could. So I just want to let you know he was staying over at Alderwood with his sister. He was supposed to be in rehab. And what was going on, I don't know. But he was higher than a kite. They did catch him. He spent a year in jail. Should have spent longer. But do I want anything like this to happen to me again? No. It was love. That's all I have to say.
Mrs. Bishop, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cindy Dodge. Some of you may know me. Worked for the Michigan Township Association for a very long time. now a consultant for townships. And I am here to support this project. And I do want to address the issue of the taxes, because I've been in government for a very long time. The pilot program is a program that anyone who meets those criteria are eligible for. So if we're not going to pull stigma into the idea of whether or not we have the ability to give this exemption through the pilot program, then what are we doing? Because I bet you if I were here and I was another eligible business that was not a part of the recovery industry, it probably is a project that you would approve, right? So that's what makes it really hard. It makes it hard to take out your government responsibility to be able to offer tax incentives to businesses within your municipality versus what we want in terms of, or don't want in terms of stigma. And I'm so sorry about your experience, and I know that those experiences do happen. However, I am a mother of a son who's been in recovery for 15 years. This is the face of recovery. And so I can't be more proud of this man today. And we are here in Bay City with 3 recovery houses, which could be right next to yours, and you don't even know it. So this is a system. Is it perfect? It probably is not. But you guys have the opportunity right now to set a precedence for this area of housing, because we all know right now Michigan wants us to look at affordable housing. There are missing links in that affordable housing. And people that need this kind of housing are part of that missing link. And I just encourage you guys to be a part of that. And if there are concerns about theft and robbery and the bad reviews from Andy's place, I don't even know, then be a part of it. Create a community around it. Create a board that will help to, get feedback from the organization and stuff. Get involved and be a part of it, because it's a really important thing, whether here in Bangor Township or some other township. And I am very passionate about townships, so I'm happy to see it in a township actually. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Cindy. Anyone else? Hi there.
Good evening, Zach Pryor, 4123 North Paul Circle. A significant number of community members have expressed concerns about the proposed pilot that would enable the development of Great Lakes recovery housing. Many residents are uncomfortable with the scale and placement of this project, particularly given its proximity to existing homes where it would stand prominently above nearby backyards. I want to be clear that I support the good faith efforts of those working to help individuals struggling with addiction. However, the proposed location is not suitable, especially for those homeowners who have made substantial investments in newly constructed single-family homes in this immediate area. There's an undeniable passion from individuals both within and outside the community on both sides of the issue. With that in mind, I strongly encourage you to make your decision on the pilot in a way that reflects and prioritizes the voices of those who live within Bangor Township. Thank you.
Mr. Pryor, thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Good evening, I'm Jay Melanfant, and I'm the CEO of Jamco Incorporated, which is the parent company of 7 LLCs that I've started recently, and one of them happens to be Big Boy Toy Acres. And I've got a vendee interest on that 10.21 acres property on 2 miles between Wheeler and Wilder to try to resurrect that climate controlled storage project. I have no issue with recovery. I've got a family full of recovery, alcohol, hydro, crack. I just know that that's definitely not the spot for it. One, I don't believe that everybody was done a highest and best use study on that property based on my 36 years as being a licensed real estate broker and 15 years being a licensed appraiser. That property, based on what's going on in the market right now, would be better suited for single-family residential. I know that we need affordable housing, and me and a couple other investments are working on that. We are looking at Bangor Township, we're looking at Hampton Township. We're also looking at the city, Bay City, because there's plenty of vacant lots we can do things over there with. My suggestion would be is to just table this, do a highest and best study on it, because like I said, I really believe that property is better suited for single-family residential. I'm going to go on with my project one way or another, and I'm not going to come to any board and ask for any tax abatements or anything. I'm doing this on my own. I don't need anybody's help. And I don't want anybody coming to me and saying, hey, well, we helped you out, what are you going to do for us? Homie doesn't play that game. I do it on my own. The City Bay City currently has a property. It doesn't belong to the city. I don't know who it belongs to. It used to be the old Ultra Carbon building. It was a 3-story building that my dad had for sale for years. It never did sell. I think what happened was somebody bought it on back taxes and the city got it back and they just tore it down. And it takes up the whole block. It runs Woodside to Madison to First and then back over to Monroe. Currently, there are 2 for sale signs out there. One is Danco Realty and then Henry Johnson. But Henry Johnson just likes to run around throwing his signs on everything. I don't know why. But that is a 3, and I understand this is a 10-acre plus parcel they're looking at. Is that the amount of land they need? Because this one is 216 by 344, which is very close to Maplewood Manor there. And boy, they put up, what, 9 stories over there? You're less than 6 blocks from the bus station. You're less than a mile from downtown Bay City, with all kinds of things to do. And you don't have to worry about having so many weed shops around like I think Bangor has the highest per capita. So, you know, I'm not big on tax abatements. I think that if it's a good investment, then, and that's about all I got to say about that. Because like I said, one way or another, I'm going on with all my projects. So, thank you for your time.
Mr. Oliphant, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Aye. I'm very nervous.
Please don't be. Would you like to sit?
No,
Okay.
I have a son that was using, and I didn't know it. And there's a lot of families who do not face facts that it happens in any kind of family. I was called where he was working in a meat market, that he was in the restroom with a knife and they couldn't get him out. So they asked me to come. And I'm the one that got him out and took him to McLaren. He was 21 years old. And they did not want to admit him because he was an adult. I sat there forever and argued with him and told him he needs help. And finally, they let him in. I just was with him at a family gathering. I'm fine, I'm fine. I asked him, I brought my kids up to be trustworthy, do not lie, do not steal, be kind to others. This boy is now guilty. He was born in 1967. And in October, my math is, I think it'll be 58. Okay. He told me he's been in Smith Manor. He hated it. He said, and he's been in recovery programs. He said it's a joke because they come out of the program, go to the bar, do their drugs. They have to serve their time at these programs, but they do not recover. My son has not used alcohol, drugs, or anything from the time he was 28 years old. He said these programs, these housing programs, are a joke.
you don't face the facts that they get away with everything. They're not policed, they're not monitored. Everybody thinks they're immune to it. They do not look at the facts, they turn their heads, they enable their children to have money to buy drugs, alcohol, anything. They enable them.
I apologize. Your time is up, but I thank you for your statements.
I haven't been a resident since 1969. 3 different places in Bangor Township. I'm even closer now to this project. I am definitely for it.
What's your name now?
Yes. Rita Richardson.
Rita, thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, Andrea LaFramboise, the president of Liberty Square. Do you still want me to sign in for today?
Please.
Okay, I'll do that when I'm done, because it'll take me 3 minutes to write my last name. But I just wanted to make a mention. We just did, again, they could either do, if they're opposed or support, get their names, addresses, whether they were opposed or supportive, and then they signed it. And we had people, not even just from our HOA that came, there were a total of 40 on here who are all opposed. So I just wanted that to be noted for your guys' consideration for it. Again, our HOA mostly is in support of a program like this, and we brought that as a thing, and we appreciate you guys, and also our condolences go out to you guys for the passing of your father. We're very sorry about that. But we do want and feel as though this program could be used in a more populated area that would actually be able to use it more and to its greatest potential. Whether that be down in Saginaw with a greater population with that, or just a different area altogether. But we just wanted to make this known, and thank you for your time, and we appreciate everyone trying to listen to everybody. And again, apologies, I know the third party, so we don't really want to count them, but for anybody who was disrespected in the manner, that's not okay. But we thank you for your time and hearing everybody's thoughts on it.
Ashley, thank you. Andrew, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Andrea, would I be able to get a copy of that?
You can, do you want these? I don't need them. Yeah.
Sure. I'll take them.
Absolutely. And I do not know if anybody has already emailed you from them. I just said it's on my front porch. Come as you want. That was fun with the dogs.
Is there anyone else?
Hi, to the board. People hear the words recovery housing, and some immediately picture danger, crime, and instability. But fear is not the same thing as fact, and that's why I'm up here. I did speak at the last round, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit. But I came from such an emotional place that the more I thought about it, I thought, this needs to be fact-driven. And that's how we need to make our decision on this, because of course there's emotions on both sides of the aisle. Just like, I lost my son, so I'm very emotional about that. People who think differently are emotional. So I just wanted to share some things. The reality is one of the biggest predictors of long-term recovery is stable, safe housing. Not couch surfing, not returning to the same environments that funded or fueled the addiction in the first place. People in structured, sober living are not actively using drugs. They are individuals who have already done treatment, already participated in recovery, and are trying to rebuild their lives with accountability and support. Research consistently shows that recovery housing reduces relapse, lowers incarceration rates, increases employment, and improves long-term sobriety outcomes. And this is what we want for our community. And let's talk directly about the fear being expressed here tonight. Fear for children, fear for elderly parents, fear for neighborhoods. These concerns deserve respect, but they also deserve facts. Communities across the country, including successful models operating for years, have shown that well-maintained sober living facilities do not increase crime rates and do not increase and the surrounding property values do not decrease when they are professionally operated and properly supervised. What actually makes communities less safe is untreated addiction, homelessness, instability. Oops, I knew if I looked up one more time, it was going to lose it again. And lack of recovery resources. Recovery housing is part of the solution, not the problem. We say we want fewer overdoses. We say we want people to recover. We say we want families restored. But this can't happen in a vacuum. People need structure, accountability, and they need community. And safe housing to succeed. NIMBY, not in my backyard.
I apologize, your time is up.
Okay, thank you
Could we
though.
have your
And
name and address, please?
I appreciate you, thank you. What was that?
Your name and address, please.
Oh, Amy Gillard, 175 Roseland Drive, Bangor Township.
Amy, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Floyd Willett. I live at 3406 Hidden Road. I talked to a lot of people on Hidden Road. They're not for this. And I've talked to a lot of people all over, and they're not for this. I believe in recovery, but that's not the right place for it, right next to a senior citizen place or Paul's Circle or all these other people. Even the people in Bay City don't want it that live on just on the other side of Wilder Road. They're just scared of the people. They can go in and out whenever they want, right?
It's their house.
So I don't believe that it should be there. I believe they should have one, but not right there next to Paul Circle and Country Meadows and all that. Put it downtown by the sheriff's department where Van Poppins was, or over where you tore the state police post down. Not a good place for it.
All I got to say, Mr. Webb, thank you. Is there anyone else?
She is right.
Your Honor, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to address something that was brought up today, and that was a statement that I made at the end of the meeting the last time, and that is that our program would have approximately 6 people at this time ready to go into the program. What everyone needs to understand is, although Bay County will have the first priority for this recovery housing, it's not just my program, it's Judge Dawn Clyda's sobriety program. That's an alcohol program. Everybody knows in Bay County, alcoholism and alcohol abuse is a huge issue. Also, this housing would be available from folks from Midland, the Recovery Court program, from Saginaw, the Recovery Court program. Let's say you have recovery at Sacred Heart, you may be entitled to this program and to live at this place. Let's say you have services through recovery pathways, you may be eligible for this. As it relates to the reviews that are online, I am told that there are 7 positive reviews and 3 bad reviews. Reviews that were read today talked about no background checks. My God, this will be the most vetted housing complex you have ever seen. There will be full background checks. These folks will have to maintain sobriety. These folks have to maintain 3 random drug tests per week. So really, we have to look at that. And I really want to thank the board, the members, everything that you've gone through, for the effort that you have put into this program. And I just really want to say this is a life-changing housing situation. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I'm Lori Zolkowski, and probably most people in this room can tell me where I live. I live in Auburn. Yes, I do. The level of passion we've witnessed in regard to the Great Lakes Recovery Apartment shows one thing. People care about the people in this community. You all are here because you care. I come to this meeting regularly. I've never seen this many people in this meeting. That speaks very highly about our community. They want to keep their family, friends, and neighbors safe, and so do we. When I agreed to help with this project in June, I was excited to help bring affordable, drug and alcohol-free housing like Andy's Place to our community. We desperately need it, and Andy's Place is beloved by their community. How naive of me to think I would be done by the fall. We've spent the past year listening, gathering information, sharing that with decision makers. That has amounted to over 180 pages of documentation. All of the questions I have answered countless times, all of the misinformation I have addressed countless times. This has been well researched. There's no reason that the Blackman Township Police